The Bears.
Welcome in, everyone, to Barely Educated, the podcast by Bears fans, for Bears fans who are no longer tortured Bears fans, dare I say. I'm Mark, as always, joined by Chris on the day after the Bears bullyballed and imposed their will on the defending champs.
They sure
I
did.
think I know, as always. Chris, how are you?
Man, I'm still processing all that, but woo, that was the win we were looking for in a lot of ways, with the nothing really fluky, nothing it was like not like the Eagles played poorly other than what the Bears did to them, but they took that game, Like Nashawn Wright taking a ball during a tush push, for
That's how
example.
you defended everyone. Just
That's
take the ball from him with the skinniest guy on the field.
Right. Literally.
Right.
Right.
Nashawn, right.
Having tactics.
Speaking of that guy, it is the 1 year-ish anniversary of the best moment in pod history,
That's right.
live recording when Flus got fired.
That was-
And I don't bring that up to gloat about Flus. He had a nice game against the Chiefs, says the DC, which is as high up the coaching ladder as he should be allowed to climb. But
yeah.
what a change in fortunes the past year has brought the beloved Chicago Bears. Are there any Bears fans not buying Ben Johnson at this point? Do you think, Chris, is he a leader of men or no?
I think he can be called a leader of men. They seem to follow him pretty well.
And I think it's fair to start with him.
Okay.
That scene after the game. Now, week after week of it. 5 wins in a row. I said it last time. Bad teams don't win 4 in a row. Guess what, everyone? They also don't win 5 in a row.
That's right.
I can math. The Bears just had their first undefeated 5-win month since 1959. Now, you don't get that many shots at it. You don't have that many months where you have 5 games.
True. Very true.
But still, kind of a fun nugget.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson is the real deal. You could nitpick a few things here and there, and he even gives you that in the postgame where he's like, yeah, I got away from the run for a second there. And I don't know about some of his punt decisions where it's like, we're not getting enough net yardage out of this because Torrey Taylor is just not that good. We can just admit it at this point,
Right.
at the moment. Maybe he turns the corner, but right now it's just too many are going out of bounds at like the 28 to make it worth it to not go for it. At any rate, nitpicks aside,
Yes.
yeah, that's the real issue there. Ben Johnson's just killing it.
Yeah.
That team is frothing at the mouth for their head coach.
Mm-hmm.
That scene at the end of the game, and he rips off his shirt to get everybody the free hot dogs. And they're all going crazy. And I think it's DJ Moore who puts his hand through the ceiling in the screenshot that's going around today. Yeah, I don't know. It might be DJ. I can't quite tell. It'd be interesting to see if we figure that out in the coming days. And then the thing that stood out the most to me, he hugs up a couple guys at the end of the whole thing. Good, better, best, all the fun stuff. And Jalen Johnson is the last one in the clip that he gives a hug to. And Jalen's just beaming. Jalen has to be thinking, I finally have a real bleeping head coach. Cole Kmet's probably thinking it too, right? They're the longest tenured Bears. We all know it. And they haven't won with any consistency. This guy shows up just a football psychopath in all the best ways.
He really is. He's a madman.
And they've won 9 out of 10 after an 0-2 start with half the defense hurt in various combinations every week. Shout out to Dennis Allen, too.
Yes.
And we loved that plan. A lot of us, Cousin Nate, I know,
Nate.
Buddy Brian,
Buddy Brian.
former student Tim.
Former student Tim. Shut up, Tim.
Shut up, Tim.
I think we were all really keen on the idea of Dennis Allen DC because he
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't get a head coach gig if he was good, right?
Right.
And it's like seeing how he's stretching that thin roster on that side of the ball to such great effect. They get the corners back and lose the linebackers. It's just like, okay, just great job all around by the coaching staff. Position coaches are actually improving players.
Yeah.
Nashawn Wright's the poster child for that. Al Harris is awesome. That's the guy they're going to lose. They're not going to be able to keep Al Harris around for long.
Yeah, probably
He's
not.
a stud position coach and is probably going to get to call a defense soon.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this is a new wrinkle, guys. We have a coaching staff that actually develops players too. These guys are going to get better playing with these coaches. Eric
We,
Bieniemy's having a heck of a year. Look at DeAndre Swift last year versus this year. There's a couple weeks ago he hit the fourth down run where he lowers his shoulder, and I'm
mm-hmm.
like, oh, I didn't know you did this, DeAndre.
He does.
Does he always hit the hole correctly? Not always. Is he way better than last
Oh
year?
my.
Yes,
Way better.
way better. Kyle Monunga is the most productive running back in the rookie class right now.
That's amazing.
Seventh round pick. A huge part of this is coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ben Johnson's just make the same things look different, different things look the same, and nobody can stop their run game.
Oh. Not even the world champs with their great defense and Jalen Carter, who Bears should have picked over.
Got whooped by Darnell Wright on a
Yeah,
couple
he
reps
sure did.
making the rounds now.
Yes, he did.
I'm petty enough to gloat about that.
Sure.
You betcha.
Good day for it.
But Ben Johnson's Bears are the best offense in the league since week 2.
Oh my gosh.
They lead the league in rushing. They lead the league in yards per carry, I think. They lead the league for sure in explosive plays. And he's doing all this without a passing game with any consistency.
Right.
It's kind of a feast or famine passing game. Like if you wanted to say there's a good, bad, ugly, there's no ugly, I would say. The completion percentage is close, but they fell a couple times and some are throwaways. But I will say it's bad. That part's bad. The passing game was bad. Everything else is good. I'm not going to sit here and clown on this team when they went on the road in an internationally televised game. And not only did they not embarrass us, they beat the holy crap out of the Eagles. I mean, they just whooped them up and down.
Mm-hmm.
They said, I'm going to run at your face and I'm going to get 7 yards. And then you're going to get back up. You're going to line up in your cute little 3-point stance. You're going to Jalen Carter all over yourself. And I'm going to do it again. Here's another 7. Oh, you want me to try Jordan Davis? Yeah, let's go to the left side. 6 yards.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I can drive my truck right through here. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Turkey on the Bears. Here's another 15-yard run. Oh, and here's a cherry on top. I'm going to hit my jump man Jordan pass for a touchdown finally to bury you. And that's when they needed one big play. They got it in the passing game.
We'll talk about that.
Master class play calling in the run game. Just they never had an answer for it. And I was just floored at the beatdown Ben Johnson's team gave the defending champs in terms of physicality. And he's been preaching that since day one. The Dolphins told us oh man, this fake tough guy Bears, they're so physical. And you're like, shut up. Turns out profoundly accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, another big kudos gotta come before I get any further. The O-line. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I said it in the thread. They should get the game ball, and they did.
They did.
They absolutely obliterated a front that you're not supposed to do that to. And I'll tell you what, if you can do that to the Eagles, you can do that to anybody. Or you can get them to bring up both safeties, and then you can pass. You know what I mean? Like, Fangio pretty much stayed committed to his philosophy of thinking he'll eventually make a mistake stuff, right?
Yep.
But he never committed to bring anybody up until later in the game, which I thought was weird because it was obvious the passing game wasn't going to work with the conditions too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, if you can do that to the Eagles, why can't you do it to the Packers and the Lions and the Niners coming up?
Ooh, that's, yeah.
You're not always going to have 280 yards, but they lead the league in rushing for a reason. Their O-line's good, and their coach is good, and they have a two-headed running back, so they don't get too tired. They're going to continue to run the ball well.
And getting Trapillo on the line, second-round pick Trapillo, that's that has really just galvanized the whole thing, the whole offensive line. Like they were playing well before that, but getting him on the line really just bumped it up these last couple weeks to a level we haven't seen before.
Well, I think you're not getting pantsed in the pass pro immediately or having I don't know. I want to see now how it goes in a game where you can throw it better because the winds were described as 30 to 40 miles an hour, and then afterwards they started using the term swirling.
Yeah. Yeah, wind was
And I think we've
definitely
talked
a
about this
factor.
before. This bear weather stuff is silly, but bad weather does affect you, but it's not snow, it's wind.
Hmm.
And I wondered if that had anything to do with the past game. Maybe I'm coping because Caleb had, 48% completions.
Well,
But
but Jalen Hurts didn't have a
the
great
wind
game
was a
either.
factor. Hurts
So,
didn't look good either until
yeah.
the Bears were like, go ahead and complete these passes. We don't care. And, once you make it 24-9, it's like, okay, fine. So I think it definitely is a factor. But the the Bears can run on anybody.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway. If they can
Yeah.
run on anybody, they can beat anybody. I don't know where this is going, but they're not a fluke, and everybody's going to have to shut up about that now.
Yeah, I finally felt comfortable.
That was the most comfortable win of the last five.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you go back to the Saints, whatever number gets us back to the Saints.
But different opponent. Different level of
Yes, that's what's
opponent.
crazy about it. It's like, but they did it to the Eagles,
Uh-huh. Yep.
and the defense was really good too. Didn't have all that much pressure, but they played so well everywhere
But
else,
they
and they
didn't
absolutely did not let the Eagles get the run game going.
they had some pressure though throughout the game. Like Hurts was not comfortable. He did not have
Yeah,
a
they didn't
whole
get
lot
any
of time back there.
sacks,
But that's okay.
but
I'm
they did a
okay
nice
with no
job mixing
sacks.
in the blitz.
If you can disrupt the quarterback, that's just as important. Well, maybe not just as important, but it's very important to
Yeah,
throw. I mean, that's what led to the Byard pick was forcing him out of the pocket, running to the sideline, and man, that was an awful throw. Maybe that was wind assisted that pick to Byard, but and they made him
and Byard's so
uncomfortable.
good at those diving forward catches, which a lot of
Mm-hmm.
DBs struggle with.
Yep. Oh,
I
good
think
stuff.
I I think the defense's biggest problem, besides health, obviously, is they don't get home unless he sends a nickel or a
Mhm.
safety. I mean, he's constantly blitzing out of the secondary, but they're pretty good at it.
They are. That's their
And
best
Montez is
players.
having a good year. Montez is having a
Yes.
fine year. And also shout out to Grady Jarrett. He hasn't gotten the sack production, but he is disruptive right now. Like he's playing much better
Yeah.
the last couple weeks. Starting to go, okay, is the knee better now? You dare you hope
Hmm.
kind of thing. But
And Booker's getting
Ben has
more
also been saying
opportunity.
he wants Booker looks good for what he's shown.
Yep.
It's just they're not getting home all the way, but it's fine. It also helped that Lane Johnson's hurt. But Ben's been saying forever that he wants the Bears and expects the Bears to be playing their best ball come December. After yesterday, can you really argue against that?
It's pointing in that direction for sure. And they're going to need to because you got Green Bay twice, you got Detroit once, so three division games with huge playoff implications now at this point. And then San
More, and
Francisco.
then the Niners are huge playoff implications. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
go at Green Bay, home for the Browns, home for the
Browns.
Packers. Packers two of the next three. At the Niners, home for the Lions.
That's a tough swing. Even the Browns are going to be tough with that pass rush and that
No, Miles
monster.
Garrett can kill you.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's breaking the sack record
Probably. Maybe in Chicago.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe in Chicago is also true. The
Yeah.
uh the schedule's tough, but you can't not. But now it's like that's just it. We say this a lot too. We always go through the schedule, and we do the thing, and we look and we project and we hem and haw, and we all do it. That's fine. It's the blind leading the blind though, because nobody said Bears at Philly after Thanksgiving. Put it down as a win,
Nope, I didn't.
9-point win. Could have been 12 if you kick the field goal, right? He's just trying to round the clock, so it's totally reasonable.
Hmm.
But you could have even said double digit win just about. Nobody had that on the
Nope.
Bears pre-season schedule.
7 point dogs. They were 7 point dogs, and they won by 9.
Yep, go ahead, keep doubting them.
Hmm. Hmm.
They're good. They're a good
They're
team.
good. And yesterday was the first time I felt comfortable saying that the Bears are good. I wasn't quite ready to go there just because of all the backups they've played and the injuries on other teams and the bad schedule, the last place schedule they're playing. But
And we hadn't
yesterday,
seen a lot of
finally,
their best players in the
right?
system,
Yeah.
at least on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's still a hot mess offensively in the past game,
Yes.
multiple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's a problem.
they'll figure it out, but it is a hot mess still.
Mm-hmm. Caleb's still overthrowing a lot,
Often.
and I don't know if that's just an amped thing.
It, it's the footwork is terrible too often too, I think. Happy feet. They're not
But
set.
yeah, I agree.
It
But
looks like what he's doing is something like not getting set and then trying to make up for it with the bullet arm, getting there a tick late and trying to make up for it with the bullet arm.
uh,
And then it's like hard to catch or it's timed off. I think it's fixable. I'm not worried about it. And he still makes big time plays late in games. He also had a
oh,
humongous run in this game.
that
And
touch.
he's third in the league in the number of runs over 20 miles an hour. It's like
Wow.
Jameer Gibbs,
Meep, meep.
someone else, and then Caleb Williams. I'm like,
Wow.
what?
Of course. But that touchdown pass to Komet that was on the run to his left, which is as a righty, that's a lot harder. But it was perfect touch. Where has that touch been? You know? It's like maybe because
I
he
don't
was
know.
on
He
the
he played with touch a lot in the fourth quarter. We kept
He
joking
did.
about it
He
in the
did.
group messages. And I'm like, there it is, there it is, there it is. We even did it at like the exact same time, which
We
was funny.
did. That was awesome. Great minds. Yeah. But
So
we
hopefully
wanted
that stuff gets unlocked. But they're
hmm
winning even without it. If that's what's that's just it's crazy.
Yeah, as Bears fans, we know that's not sustainable, but it's nice that at this point they can win with less than stellar quarterback play, and hopefully you get that quarterback play up to stellar, and then you're a pretty good team. And it seems like the league's at a point where it needs a new team on top. The Chiefs, ooh, the Chiefs are getting neggied, I think.
I'm not an idiot.
6-6. We can do some league stuff too in a bit. One other thing I wanted to mention to get a shout out in here from Buddy Derek,
Buddy Derek, hello Derek.
who has I think he still has season tickets. He's a
Oh,
season ticket holder.
nice.
And we were texting the other day. It'd been a while, and basically,
He must not be a
going back
college
and forth, it's funny.
professor.
He's walking and listening to the pod. He's like, it's like I'm hearing the same thing as this conversation. It's funny. And he says though that Caleb's accuracy is a work in progress, but he thinks Ben will get it under control, and once he's more knowledgeable with the system. And I thought this was an interesting and a good way to put it. He won't be thinking so much, and will
Mm-hmm.
just be reacting. And then he went on to mention how he usually takes care of the ball. He still hasn't had a multi-turnover game, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think.
I think that's what it is. I think
And the
he's
interception was
overthinking.
just a great defensive play.
Yeah, it
So I
was.
thought that was a good point.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Derek.
Overthinking and then compensating with his arm strength is what I
Mm-hmm.
think is happening some.
Yeah,
But
that.
sometimes it's just high, and when he's off, it's almost always high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not underthrowing, which is good. Big picture, I think.
And they did all that with basically nothing from the wide receivers. Burden fell down twice. DJ fell
Mm-hmm.
down once. I think there were four altogether where they fell down and they would have been completions. Rome
Rome
only
had
had a couple catches.
yeah,
I
like two
mean,
catches.
they did this with the tight ends and the backs.
That's beautiful. We got good tight
Well,
ends,
it's
man.
it's just and Loveland looks great.
He
Just more
does.
opportunities, and it's going to be plain as day.
He's got vacuum hands, man. Just sucks every ball right up.
Oh yeah, that play on the sideline,
Mm-hmm.
just very nice.
I know exactly. Yep.
Big target, gets open, blocks well. It's all right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, with attendant caution, I must give out a little love to the GM that we're all like, why'd you extend him? He
His
rebuilt the O line, and they're killing teams with the O line.
his
He drafted with Ben's input, I'm sure. Loveland and Burden were all like, these guys might be amazing next year. And
mm-hmm.
this one here is already pretty good. Like they didn't get enough, they don't get anywhere near enough out of the middle rounds of the draft under polls. That's still an issue. But if we're trying to be comprehensive in our treatment of what the Bears are showing through 12 games and even remotely fair, we have to say some of Poles' moves worked out.
A lot of the draft picks look like much better players under this coaching staff. I don't think that's a
How good does
coincidence.
Tooney for a fourth rounder look?
Oh, that looks beautiful.
I
that,
mean, that doesn't really get a whole lot of attention, but what a
that's
trade.
true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's been a master. Someone put a YouTube video out about him specifically that he won with the Patriots and then he heads over to Kansas City and wins with Kansas City and now like just how he transforms lines wherever he seems to go. Thought that's an interesting
That's
take.
right.
You don't think of guards
He's
as
just
being the
steady and reliable, and
yeah.
just
Hmm.
he must be a decent. He's not very vocal from what we can tell, but he's probably like really good at like just the nuances of the game and making sure everybody's lined up. You see him doing a lot of the turning around and looking at Caleb on the road.
Hmm.
He's running the silent count, then he smacks the center or whatever. He's definitely a stabilizing presence. And we go back to the touchdown throw that Tooney reminded me of this because he played with the other guy capable of that throw
Hmm.
with that kind of angle, touch, and moving that direction. I mean, there really are only a couple guys in the league that can throw that pass
Especially moving to the
with any
left.
accuracy at all because of
Hmm.
the way the body's going. And I mean, it was a gorgeous. I actually think it might be the best throw of his career. It's in the short list
It was perfect.
after what was a pretty bad game.
Hmm.
He continues to be really good in the fourth. And otherwise, I don't really have that much to say about Caleb. It's just kind of like this is what it is this year.
Hmm.
It's frustrating to watch. And then you're like, okay, that was nice.
There's still
God
enough.
help the league if he puts it all together and they
Right,
start being as
right.
productive in the pass as they are in the run. That will
Yeah.
be a championship caliber offense whenever that day occurs if we get there.
Yeah, his box office, his box score yesterday is not good, but there were still improvements that are big for the long term, like finally getting some touch on passes and running for the first, sliding after the first down, but staying in bounds. That was an improvement. That's not really gonna
And we
show up
should
on a
know
stat
again,
sheet, but
sacks are way down. One
sacks,
real
yeah.
sack and one barely not got to the line sack. So
Hmm.
two sacks technically, but really only one
Hmm.
against the Eagles. Come
Against
on,
that
that's
defense,
just fine.
look at what that line did to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. And for what the Bears did yesterday, wow. Wow.
Yep.
I'm pumped, man.
Yeah, I mean, this if this win wasn't fun for you, sports are not your thing.
Yes. Very true.
Would it have
Very
been
true.
better if Caleb was also, 300 yards and three TDs? Of course,
Sure, of course.
but that was a fun game.
There's something about just beating the other team up like that.
And nobody does this to Philly. I keep saying this,
Mm-hmm.
but they're the bully ball team.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bears are like, no, not anymore. We're the bully ball team. Sit down.
Oh. Oh. It kind of reminds this is just knowing from a historical perspective. I was too young to really get it at the time. But apparently, when the Bears beat the Raiders in 1984, it was a similar thing. The Raiders were the defending champs, and the Bears just came out and punched them in the mouth again and again. And the Raiders acknowledged, yeah, man, the Bears beat our you know what's. So some similar overtones, you know what I mean? And
Yep.
I'm not saying the Bears are championship caliber yet, or maybe even next year, but it's definitely moving in that right direction of, hey, pay attention. This thing is for real.
The other game this reminded me of, which I think were way more sustainable. It's kind of like beating the Rams in 2018.
Yeah. Can I
Even though
ask?
they ended up going to the Super Bowl, obviously, but like that's the other thing it felt like, the Bears gonna beat anybody, and then the defense just blanks a really good team. You're like, how about
Mm-hmm.
now?
Mm-hmm.
And the weather kind of screwed up the passing game.
Can I
And I
ask?
hope we win a playoff game. I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to beat the Rams in LA to go to the Super Bowl with the current, status of the offense
Sure.
and health of the defense. They're not there. I don't think they're ready. But I think they're way ahead of schedule. And if this year's not fun, then football might not be for you because I think this has been a tremendously fun season with plenty of stressful moments, but they just keep getting it done. And they have an actual head coach and play caller.
Can I follow up with a question for you
Sure.
along those lines? I was very confident Nagy was the guy in 18, and then that quickly fell apart early 2019. What is it that you see that makes it different this time? As a, maybe not just with the coach, but with the team as a whole. Why is it? Cause
Okay, great
I can't
question.
define it, but it just feels like it's different than that 2018 team.
I can give you a few reasons off the top of my head, and maybe we can come back to it in a preview episode
Okay.
if we have a chance. But for right now, again, off the top of my head, the number one reason is Caleb Williams is a much better quarterback prospect than Mitch Trubisky ever was. He's already shown more than Mitch ever showed, even though we all were pulling like mad for Mitch and
Mm-hmm.
excusing every little stupid thing he would do wrong. Caleb's Caleb's already way better. Like that's already there. And he's not hit his ceiling yet. He's already passed him where Caleb's floor, it's already past Mitch.
Mm.
The second reason is they haven't used any of their own first round draft picks in trades, thereby not having them for future years to construct this
Mm.
team.
That's a good one.
I loved Khalil Mack, but if you didn't get the QB right, you didn't have the resources to fix it. If you didn't have the left tackle, you wouldn't have had the resources to fix it. And actually, that was an issue too, to some extent. So they don't have that problem. They do own all their firsts. And I think maybe above all, Nagy was fun. That year was really fun. There's a lot of gimmicks.
Ah, okay.
People act like Ben Johnson's offense is gimmicky. They've only
Mm-mm.
ran a couple gimmick plays all that well. I mean, the flea flicker versus the Cowboys comes to mind. Mostly he's just lining up and beating your butt with the run game and disguising which way they're going with it and keeping teams off guard. This is tried true football stuff. Play action under center, chunk plays, leading the league in explosives. There's a lot of meat on the bone that the Nagy Santa Claus touchdowns to the defensive tackles didn't quite have. And I think those are three fundamental differences.
Okay, good. That makes me feel good. Thank you. And hopefully there's a couple listeners that will benefit as well.
This O line's better too. That's another one I think you could
Well,
say at this point.
yeah, it's just I've heard some talk like, well, they're getting turnovers like the 2018 team did,
The
and
defense kind of reminds you a little bit of it without the stud pass rusher.
yeah, that was the big difference. And
But I think the long-term stuff is in better shape.
yeah, and it seems like the offense kind of got figured out as more as 2018 went on, and we were relying on the defense. What the defense has done the last couple of games has been kind of a nice surprise, I think.
Yeah, and I
After,
think there is going to be some like Ben's going to have new wrinkles next year. I mean, that's how the league
sure.
is, right?
Yep,
But the new wrinkle hopefully is Caleb's more accurate also.
that'd be nice.
So, whereas Mitch didn't see the field. It's
Yeah.
almost never Caleb threw it to the wrong guy.
Hmm.
It's almost always that's the right read. I threw it high, he threw it late. Which
That's true.
seems more fixable to me because I don't know how you can fix the brain.
There was a
I
lot
feel
of
like you can fix the
yeah,
footwork.
yeah. There was a lot of talk last year and early this year about Caleb not seeing guys, and we don't really hear that anymore. That's true. That's a good point.
And for people who think you can't improve accuracy, because I know that gets said,
Hmm.
there are plenty of examples league wide where their percentage went up quite a bit
Hmm.
in their career. Trying to find the tweet.
A big one is Josh
There's
Allen, right? Wasn't
Josh
he?
Allen's a major one. Yep.
That's a good comp.
We'd like that.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can locate it. Hang
All
on.
right, I'll sing a song while you're looking for it.
There you
Bear
go.
down, Chicago
Chicago
Bears.
Bears. Hey, another shout out that's pretty simple. Special teams
Ah, yeah,
much better than they had been.
yeah. I was nervous on the onside kick because but then they can't lose two in a year, right? Not the way the rule is now. Come on, and they didn't. Thank
And the
goodness.
kick coverage finally was better, which has been
Yep. Hmm.
a definite issue.
And the wind didn't seem to affect Cairo the way it did the Eagles kicker.
Well,
Like
Ben planned for the fourth quarter, by the way. That's why they took the
that's how they
ball.
took. Yeah. Hmm.
But if the wind is swirling, I guess you could question whether you actually care that much.
Hmm.
But that was why he did it. I like most of the time I always want the ball second, but I can see why he
Sure.
might do it in general in that case.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was just there's a lot to like. I know we normally do good, bad, and ugly. And we go through each category with more detail. I just don't think there's much to say bad besides what we talked about with the passing game.
Hmm. Agreed. Bask in it, and we got a whole Sunday to bask in it. That's gonna be nice to just
Shout out to
watch.
Antoine Randall L too. You got former
Mm,
players like Clay Harbor tweeting that after watching the All 22, they don't know they've ever seen a group of wide receivers as dialed in on the run game as the Bears group.
mm.
That's coaching.
Yeah, might probably lose him eventually too, I guess.
Okay, here you go. First two seasons, their completion percentage, and then afterwards from Grim Cuddy, I am Cogs on Twitter. Goff, 59.8, 67 cents.
Hmm.
These are first 2 years. So
Ah,
Caleb, in other
okay.
words. Josh Allen, 56 up to 65. Drew Brees, of all people, like what? 59 and a half to 68 and a half.
Wow.
54 and a half to 64, Matthew Stafford. Peyton Manning, 59 to 66. Your boy, Matt Ryan,
What?
59 to 66.
What's that side swipe for? Come on, man.
I don't know. We used to get really annoyed at the Cutler,
I
Matt
did.
Ryan
I
stuff.
did. It's true.
I just had to.
How dare you, sir?
Thank you.
All right. So that is one, two, that's six really, really well, highly regarded quarterbacks
Yes, it
who
is.
improved between basically 7 and 10 points after year two.
After year two. And
Don't tell me it
Caleb's
can't be
in
done.
what year is Caleb? Oh, Caleb's in year two. Okay. I don't know why people get stuck on that idea that you either have it or you don't with accuracy. I don't know where that comes from.
I don't know.
Because those
My
are some.
Madden quarterbacks, they always were stuck with their arm strength, but their accuracy would improve.
Hmm.
And Madden's, of course, accurate.
How many Hall of Famers on that list you just read? 4?
4 so far,
Yeah.
right? Is Matt Ryan going to get in?
If he had won that Super Bowl, he would, I think. But
Yeah, I think he's Hall of Very good.
yeah,
But my point is, and one of the other ones is a fringe one. Josh Allen's going to get in if he gets a ring.
if he keeps
Might get
going,
in
yep,
anyway.
yep, yep.
He's going to have a bunch of weird like combo records for mobile plus
Mm.
passing touchdowns in a career and all. He's going to have a lot of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's a pretty good list.
Yes.
And the point of it, I'm sure the reason he put it together was the exact conversation we're having. And he wanted to do guys who were considered stinking good. Goff's the worst guy on the list, or Ryan. I mean, you're talking
Yep.
Breeze, Allen, Peyton Manning. I mean, come on.
Pretty good names. That Breeze one really surprises me because he was known for being like that was his thing. It was like he can
Yeah.
hit you anywhere on the dart.
Makes me wonder. The other thing I wonder there, and I don't know off the top of my head, and I didn't like plan to get that far into this, the offense you're running. I think I said this last time. Either that or I told cousin Nate.
Cousin, second.
Oh, and the other one on there is Stafford. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame if
Oh
he
yeah,
gets another ring. He might be already. And
he
he's
might be
the
already.
MVP. He's totally getting the MVP this year. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. If the offense is play action big game hunts, you're not going to have as high a completion percentage as one spreading out and throwing behind the line of scrimmage a lot or within 5 yards of it a lot.
Right.
And was that Breeze Chargers offense way different than the Breeze
Saints. Yeah.
Sean Payton offense?
Mhm.
I mean, yes, but was it an air raid style deep play action chunk march kind of stuff or not? I think it might have been, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't either.
All right. Anything else from the Thanksgiving football?
Thanksgiving Day itself was very disappointing games. I thought because
Well, kind of. They were
Um,
competitive though. A lot of times they're blowouts.
I mean, but like in terms of outcomes, because Packers looked good, Jordan Love looked good, so that was.
But the
like,
Bears get 2 cracks at them and only one at
They
Detroit.
do.
So you could argue standings wise, it was better that the Packers win.
I suppose
Detroit
so.
might be done. They've got a pretty tough slate too.
Yeah, they. Mm-hmm.
We
right,
should
that's
talk
cool.
about that real quick.
Okay.
Detroit goes to Dallas
Who
without
suddenly
Amon
did.
Ross St. Brown,
Yeah.
who are playing great. At the Rams, good luck with that one.
Oh.
Home for the Steelers. We saw the Steelers are they're always competitive.
Mhm,
At the Vikings, all right, they'll win that one.
mhm.
And then at the Bears, they're terrible outside in the Jared Goff era. That's a pretty rough slate.
It is.
They might be cooked. Green Bay, meanwhile, they go Bears at Broncos. Good luck with that one. At Bears, home for the Ravens. That's an interesting one. Which Ravens are you getting?
Right.
At Minnesota. So both the Lions and the Packers have very difficult schedules, with the at Minnesota being their easiest games for both.
Hmm.
We already know the Bears schedule. Our easiest one is home with the Browns. This division's wide open, but I think Detroit's significantly behind the eight ball after yesterday.
Yeah, true.
Not eliminated, obviously, but not in good standing, really.
got tough
They're
sledding,
chasing
yeah.
both teams, and their schedule's hard.
And they lost both Green Bay games, so that puts them behind Green Bay an extra game from that regard too.
Yep. And like Green Bay's tie makes it so I don't know that any tiebreaker scenarios will even come up, because no one else will probably have one. But how about the other one though? I don't care about the Bengals Ravens much, so I got to get going here. But
Yeah.
Chiefs 6-6, Pat Mahomes afterwards saying they got to win out and hope it's enough.
Yeah, they're gonna need help. They got to win out and get
They
help.
need help.
Yeah. They want some Chiefs fans here were telling me they want Eric Bieniemy back, and I said, "Sorry, he's busy. He is occupied."
Patrick Mahomes had 23 or 34 for 261, 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. And you're like, they don't look explosive. Like, he is not the problem.
Right. I think
But
I
you're
may know
watching
the
that
problem.
game and you never really thought, they don't seem the same to me. I think that we kind of think this every little bit, and then they're like, oh, there's the Chiefs.
Yeah,
But
they're still in there, probably, maybe.
I don't know. They're just not explosive. The running game isn't there. The tight end's
That's
not what he
true.
used to be. Patrick Mahomes is amazing, but you can only do
Yeah.
so much. And maybe above all, the left side of that line doesn't have Joe Tooney, and the rookie tackle's hurt again and doesn't look that great.
Yeah, and Hunt,
I think they might have real problems with the tough division.
Hunt seems to be the lead back now over Pacheco as well.
Well, I think Pacheco's been banged up, right?
Maybe he
I
is,
know
yeah.
they've seemed vulnerable in the past and then done the Chiefs thing.
I don't think that's it.
I mean, they got beat by Dallas.
Yep.
They get
Right.
They're 6-6. It's have they been 6-6 this late in a year?
Not in
Mahomes
their
era?
not in this window. Nope.
So it is automatically already different. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I know if they get in, nobody wants to play them. I'll agree
Sure.
with you there.
Yep.
I was the one who said if they played the Colts in the playoff game, nobody's picking the Colts.
That's true.
And then they went out, and then they went out and played like crap and beat the Colts
beat the Colts
last week. Kind of exactly what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they can get there because they're third in their division, and Denver's defense is an absolute juggernaut. And they couldn't beat Denver the last time they played them, and they couldn't beat the Chargers the last time they played them. They really might miss the playoffs. It is
Crazy.
on the table. It was on the table that Flus was looking for last year. Or he couldn't find stuff that was on the table, whatever that stupid comment was. Right.
We have each other, and that's what we're gonna do. All right. Hey, one last thing. Shout out to my kid's high school band director who found an LP of the Super Bowl Shuffle. I'm showing Mark right now on the camera.
Nice.
So I got an LP of the Super Bowl Shuffle, my friend.
This might be the most Chris Meatball Composer thing that has ever happened. You having an authentic vinyl of the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know what you're doing Monday in the office.
What?
You gotta play that thing.
Maybe.
Play it for the whole department to hear.
I will. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Chiefs fans, I got something. All right, I'll wrap it up so you can get out of here. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Barely Educated Podcast. We will talk to you sometime before Bears-Packers round 1 of the 2025 season, which suddenly has more than just bragging rights. This is actual postseason ramifications, which we haven't been able to say a whole lot. So we'll give you our thoughts on that as we get closer to next Sunday. Until then, have a great week. Visit our website, buymeacoffee.com/barely_educated. $3 a month gets you a Barely Educated t-shirt. You can also find us on all the socials at barely_educated. Email us at barelyeducatedpod@gmail.com. We'll talk to you soon. Bear down.
The Bears. Put that through your mind.
I love the Bears.